Hello, sports fans. This is the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker, your source for the sports betting industry 24/7. Sit back, relax, and listen as Mr. Bookmaker highlights what's happening right now in the world of sports. So, without further ado, here's your host, Art Eftekhari.
All right, sports fans, welcome back to the Bookmaker Podcast. I'm your host, Art Eftekhari. Great to have you with us. And before we begin, get to our website. You know the address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. You know the deal. I want you to take your love of sports to the next level. Don't forget, we have the links to all the best European, Asian, and United States friendly bookmaker sites. Our bookmaker guide is available for you to download. Also, check out my blog when you get the chance. It's the Mr. Bookmaker football blog, or soccer, depending on where you are in the world. Show some love to Patrick and Dan. Check out Patrick's American sports blog, and also Dan's cricket blog. Patrick and Dan are working hard. Show them some support. It's time for A to Z sports betting lingo. So what is the concept for today? It is double Sawbuck. Now, what is a double Sawbuck? It is a wager of 20 American dollars. All right? So, those of you who are ready to play some wagers, get those double Sawbucks ready. Now, to kick things off, I am in the mood to see what's going on in Italia, Serie A. Yes, I understand the national team of Italy did not qualify to the World Cup, but the Serie A continues in Italy. So let's see what's going on in the standings first. So far, it's a very exciting race. At the moment, the top three teams in the standings, first Inter Milan, then Napoli, followed by Juventus. Inter Milan has 39 points, Napoli with 38, Juventus with 37. Really exciting so far. As for this coming weekend's matchups you should pay attention to, the obvious one, on Saturday, the 9th of December, Juventus will be hosting Inter Milan. Now for the odds, the payout here shows 4-6 for Juventus, 11-4 for a draw, 4-1 for Inter Milan. I'm changing things up a little bit here. Instead of going straight to the main wagers available, I'm going to where it says half, alright? Maybe you're in the mood. I'm placing a wager on the first half of this game. Now, if you think Juventus will be winning at the end of the first half, payout here shows 13-10, 5-4 for a draw, 4-1 for Inter Milan to be winning at the half. But now, what about predicting the correct halftime score? If the correct halftime score is 0-0, payout here is 2-1. But let's have some fun with this. I say it's going to be 1-1 at the half. A payout for 1-1 at the half between Juventus and Inter Milan will be 7-1. That sounds really good to me. Now, don't just stop there. I want you to take your love of sports to the next level. So place that wager on a 1-1 halftime score. And then also, let's kill two birds with one stone. Place a wager on both teams to score in the first half. Payout there would be 4-1. You know what I want you to do? So get to Bet365 as soon as you can and get it done. And before we continue, make sure you check out our website. You know the address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. On our website, you have easy access to the Bookmaker 101 Basics. That includes steps on how to register, bet, and withdraw. Our Bookmaker Guide is available to download. Read through it at least 2 or 3 times. Remember, I want you to become an expert on this whole entire online sports betting process. And remember, we have betting strategies, tips. Don't forget about our A to Z sports betting lingo. Remember, you may not sound like an expert just yet, but keep on listening to the Bookmaker Podcast. Check out our website, and you'll be good to go. All right. Moving along now. It's time for Week 14 of the National Football League. And for that, I'm on Bovada.lv to share with you the odds for this coming weekend's games and some special prop bets as well. Now, first things first, going to share a couple prop bets with you. Then I'll go into the games, the matchups, and even some more prop bets. But first one here, the 2017 NFL regular season MVP odds. Who is favored? Right now it's Tom Brady. Payout here, -160. Not a surprise there. Who's the next one to be mentioned here? Quarterback Carson Wentz of the Philadelphia Eagles. Payout here shows +200. Russell Wilson, quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks, +400. What about Drew Brees? Payout here would be positive 1,400. Drew Brees, of course, quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. Le'Veon Bell, running back of the Pittsburgh Steelers, has a payout of positive 2,500. A name I would not expect to see, but it is there. Case Keenum, quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, has a payout here of positive 3,300. The Vikings are 10-2. Case Keenum has something to do with that. Then there's also Antonio Brown, a payout of positive 3,300 if he were to get the MVP award. And of course, he is a wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but of course, Tom Brady is the favorite. What about the odds for the 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year? First, you got Alvin Kamara, running back from the New Orleans Saints. Payout here shows negative 500. Then you got Leonard Fournette, rookie running back from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Payout here shows positive 400. Kareem Hunt, running back of the Chiefs. Payout here shows positive 900. And he is also on my fantasy football team. Earlier in the season, I was excited. Now I'm not. Then, of course, Christian McCaffrey, running back from the Carolina Panthers. Payout here shows positive 2,000. So clearly, Alvin Kamara of the Saints is the favorite to win 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now let's check out this weekend's matchups, which will be taking place on the 10th of December. First, you got the Green Bay Packers on the road against the Cleveland Browns. Packers favored by 3.5. Money line shows negative 175 for the Packers, positive 155 for the Cleveland Browns. Now, can the Cleveland Browns finally get that victory? Probably not. Next, the Seattle Seahawks at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars actually favored by 3. Moneyline shows negative 135 for the Jags, positive 115 for the Seahawks. The San Francisco 49ers have already equaled the number of victories they had in the 2016 NFL season. Yes, 2 wins. But Jimmy Garoppolo is the quarterback. He may be that spark plug. Niners will be on the road against the Houston Texans. Texans favored by 3. Moneyline shows negative 150, positive 130 for the San Francisco 49ers. The Chicago Bears on the road against the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals favored by 6. The Minnesota Vikings will be on the road against the Carolina Panthers. This will be an entertaining one. Vikings favored by 3. And as for the money line, negative 145 for the Vikings, positive 125 for the Panthers. Next, you got the Detroit Lions at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Information for that game is not available at the moment. Same thing for the Indianapolis Colts at the Buffalo Bills. Check bovada.lv when you get the chance. The Oakland Raiders will be on the road against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 4. They've not been very sharp lately. Moneyline shows negative 200 for the Chiefs, positive 170 for the Oakland Raiders. The New York Jets are on the road against the Denver Broncos. And the Jets are favored by 1.5, basically a toss-up here. Moneyline shows negative 120 for the Jets, even for the Broncos. The Washington Redskins will be on the road against the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers favored by 6. Moneyline shows positive 210 for the Redskins, negative 250 for the Chargers. The Tennessee Titans will be in the desert to face the Arizona Cardinals. Titans favored by 3. Moneyline shows negative 150 for the Titans, positive 130 for the Cardinals. The Dallas Cowboys will be in the Big Apple to face the New York Giants. Cowboys favored by 4. Moneyline shows negative 210 for the Cowboys, positive 175 for the Giants. The Philadelphia Eagles at the Los Angeles Rams. That should be a great one. Rams favored by 2.5. That's a tough one to call. Moneyline shows positive 105 for the Eagles, negative 125 for the Rams. For some Sunday night football, Baltimore Ravens at Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers favored by 5. And for the Monday night football game, you got the New England Patriots on the road against the Miami Dolphins. Patriots heavily favored by 11.5. Moneyline shows negative 650 for the Patriots, positive 425 for the Miami Dolphins. Now, earlier I told you I was going to share some more prop bets with you. Well, I'm a man of my word. Now for this first one. You get the chance to wager against this. Total offensive yards by the Bears. Will it be over 275 or under 275 yards? Wow. And if you're a Bears fan, you can't be too happy about that. Because in their previous game, the Bears actually were defeated by the San Francisco 49ers. And in that game, they only had 147 yards of total offense. But either way, whatever you pick, payout shows negative 120. So I'm just going to leave it at that there. And now another one. This is a great one. It says, will the Buffalo Bills make the playoffs? If you choose yes, payout shows positive 500. If you choose no, payout here shows negative 900. Let's take a look at those standings right now in the National Football League. Of course, looking at the AFC East, the Buffalo Bills are actually 6-6. This isn't one of those terrible seasons, but I still don't expect them to make the playoffs. Sorry. And like I said, get to bovada.lv, get those double Sawbucks ready, place some wagers on your teams for this coming weekend in the National Football League. And with that, everybody, it is time to wrap up this edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. Thank you for the support. Make sure you get to our website as soon as you can. You know the address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. Remember, I want you to take your love of sports to the next level. I also want you to check out my blog when you get the chance, and also show some support for Patrick's American Sports Blog and Dan's Cricket Blog. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. We'll see you next time.
This has been the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker. Thanks for listening. If you haven't already, please show some love by subscribing to this podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. Till next time, this is Mr. Bookmaker over and out.